should be incremented by how much percentage, store that value into the variable. If salesman 15, so store this value into the variable. Store this value into the variable. Finally, update. Okay, instead of writing update command 4 times. Okay, now that. Explicit. Huh? Salary we don't know that. Salary we don't know. Then see here. This is salary. This is column name. Column name. Column names can be accessed only with SQL commands. We cannot write like this. Salary into what, sir? Salary into 10 by 100. We cannot write like this. Because here, this is, if you write like this, then it is invalid. Here, if it is salary, here it is invalid. In update command, salary is valid. In this command, salary is invalid. Yes or no? Column names are used with only SQL commands. This is not SQL command. Then if you write salary like this, how SQL server knows this salary is the column belongs to empty table and it is 7844 salary, how it knows? Yes or no? Then here if you write like this, now is SQL server knows salaries belongs to which table? In this update bars, here SQL server knows the salary belongs to which table? Yes. Which employee is salary? 7844. Knows. Okay, now, but if you write like this, here you cannot use salary. Understood? Then what is this statement? The statement is SQL statement. What is the statement? SQL statement. What is the statement? TSQL statement. In TSQL statement, you can use variables, but you cannot use column names. You can use only variables. Then what? Get the data from table, copy the data to the variables and use that variable names, but don't use column names. So column names can be used only with what? SQL commands. Okay, that. Now let's run this. That. Let's run this. That. So then, like see this here. Suppose I entered 7844. Okay, let's see what the 7844 job. 7844 job is salesman. 7844 job is salesman. Yes, condition what's see. This query will select the 7844 job that copied to this variable. The job is select. No, the job is salesman. Yes. What is the PCT? 15. So PCT is 15. Next one. What is this is? Date EMP set sal equal to sal plus 15 by 100. Sal plus 15 by 100. So what the salary is? Salary is how much? 1500. So 1500 into 15 by 100. That means what the 15% on 1500 is 225. What the 15% on 1500 is 25. 1500 plus 225, 1725. Salary is updated with how much? 1725. Let's see. Then execute. Sorry. Accounts. What is this? Where this come? Empty, na? Then suppose then. What is this, boss? MPN. Yes or no? Okay, sorry. Then okay. One row affected. One row affected. Now see the table. Select start from EMP 7844 1725. Yes or no? Suppose, for example, let's input 7788 and 7788. So this query will select 7788 job. 7788 job analyst. The job is select? No. Job is salesman? No. Job is manager? No. Then go to else. What is PCT? 5. So salary is incremented by 5%. What is the salary is 4,000. 4,000 is incremented by 5. What is the 5% on 4,000 is 200. 1,000 plus 200. 4,200. 4,200. That's all. So you check. Now see the table. Then 4,788, 4,200. That's all. Understood? That? Hmm. No. That. Like, uh, hmm. No. Actually, it's not required here because here we don't input in database. We don't input. We receive the data. We receive the values from front end. What are the values we receive? You pass that. Okay, na? Then understood. Then that's all. So this is then how to. One second. See, that is a different topic. Okay, that multiple. Hmm. Next, then next one. Suppose here that. Ah, so in this example, what we used is how to what that how to what use multi. You know how to use multi. That next. For example, see, let's take one table. What the table is accounts table. Then one field is account number, account type. Next one, balance. 100 savings balance is 10,000. One not fund savings balance is 20,000. There is one table. What the table is transaction. Transaction ID type. Next one, date. Next amount. Next one, account number. So there are two tables. One table stores account details. One table stores what's her transaction details. And suppose write a program to input what account number and uh, write a program process what bank transaction. Write a program to process the bank transaction or the transaction withdraw deposit. So customer wants to do withdraw, customer wants to do deposit. When you go to ATM, when you do the withdrawal background, a program is executed. When you do deposit, a background, a program is executed. I want to write that program. Okay, then. But before you write, first the two tables must be there. You have to create these tables. Okay, then. So tables are there. Select star from what the table is. Accounts table. Check table is there. Okay, na? No, not there. So what transaction table is there? No. So these two tables are what's it? Not there. So create the tables. Okay, na? Create what's it? Tables. Okay, create the tables. Then how to create? You know, create table what? Accounts table. One field is account number integer. This is primary key. Account type. Care of one. Balance. What the type is money. So insert one or two records. Then insert into accounts values, account number, savings 10,000. 101 savings, comma 20,000. Okay, then next. So table is created. Next, create one more. What that is? Create table what? Transactions. What the first one? ID, integer. Declare what's that? Identity. You know identity. So IDs of transaction IDs are automatically generated. Transaction ID, care of one. Next one, transaction date. What is the next one? Type date, date. What is important is date is important, date and time is important. Date and time. So date time. Next one, amount. Amount is what? Money type. Next one, account number. What the next field is account number. So which customer is doing transaction? That customer account number. So but this account number should match with what? Account still account number. Without having the account, you cannot do the transaction. When you are doing the transaction means your account should exist in accounts table. Then what declare? Huh? How to declare? How to declare the foreign key? By using references. Which table? Accounts table. Which column? Account number. That's so create these two tables and then next. So tables are what created after creating the table. So the tables are created and the two records are also inserted. See the table selects are from accounts, selects are from transactions. Okay, see the table. Now the tables are ready. Next, write what's the program. Write the program. Okay, now that. Now write this program. For the program, the program is for what? The program is for what's it? Bank transaction. Then, so tell me what the input? What we have to input? Account number plus what the type? Type is not account type. Transaction type. Withdrawn or deposit. Okay. Then what the type? Next one. How much amount? How much amount you want to withdraw? How much amount you want to deposit? So what is the account number? What is the type of the transaction and amount? How much amount you want to withdraw, deposit? And what? Next. After this, I need variable for balance also. Taking a variable for balance. One variable for account number, one variable for type, one variable for amount, one variable for balance. So first complete the input. What we have to input? Input what's the phone number? 100. So this customer wants to do transaction, but what transaction? But in ATMs, there is a touch screen option. You select withdraw deposit. Here we have to input the type. What the type? Withdraw. Next one, input the amount. How much amount you want to withdraw? Then suppose 1,000. The meaning customer 100 wants to withdraw 1,000. Customer 100 wants to withdraw 1,000. And then after this, now, so here withdraw. Next time I input deposit also. Yes or no? Then check the type. Check the type. Withdraw or deposit. Suppose what's the type equals to withdraw. Because this time I entered, next time I entered T also. Then you have to check the type. If type is withdraw, then what? Type is withdraw. Then, so type is withdraw. Then, so customer wants to withdraw. Customer wants to withdraw. Then check what's it? Check what? Balance. Whether balance is what? Sufficient or not. If balance is sufficient, allow the customer. If balance is not sufficient, don't allow the customer. Yes or no? So check the balance. To check the balance, first get the balance. Check the balance, first get the balance. Balance is not there in this program, get the balance. How to get the balance? Select. Select what? At the rate, what's that? Balance equal to balance from accounts table where account number equals to at the rate account number. Okay. Then, so getting the balance is copied to this variable. Next one. After this, after getting the balance, next one. Okay. Then check the balance. So whether this balance is sufficient or not. How? If at the rate what? Amount. This amount is withdraw amount. Suppose if withdraw amount is greater than balance, withdraw amount is greater than balance. Withdraw is allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. If it is not allowed, then print message. Or the message insufficient what's that? Balance. Insufficient balance. Else. Then else means what? Amount is less than balance. If amount is less than balance, withdraw is allowed or not allowed. Then. So if type is withdraw, we need to check the balance, getting the balance, checking the balance. Balance is not sufficient, print. If balance is sufficient, then. So what allow? Allow means what? See, his balance is 10,000, but he's withdrawing 5,000. Then what? Update this balance. Yes or no? Then what the first command? Update. Update which table? Accounts table. Set what? Balance equal to balance minus amount. So this amount should be deducted from balance. Okay. If balance is what? 10,000 minus 1,000. That means balance is updated with 9,000. Which customer balance should be updated with? Account number equals to account number. Updated. After updating. Okay, na? After update. Then. So balance is updated. After updating the balance, then what? Every transaction should be recorded in what's it? Transactions table. So every transaction should be recorded in transactions table. Insert the into transactions table. What is insert? Insert into what? Transactions values. Then insert into transactions values. Then what? For the first one, transaction what's for ID. We don't input the value for ID. We input values only for this port because it is declared with what? Identity. So the values of transaction IDs are automatically generated. We input values only for this port column. So then in brackets you have to mention what this is transaction, transaction, transaction amount, account number, values. The type is what? Withdraw. The date. Next one. The date is what's that? Get date. Current date and time. Next one. Amount. Get the date amount. Account number. Get the date account number. That's it. Understood? Then. So update it. After updating, insert the details into transaction. So which customer is doing the transaction? What type of transaction he is doing? At what time he was doing the transaction? How much amount is withdrawn, deposit? Okay, then. Understood? Then. Clear? Next one. So here what's that? And so if you want you can also do like this. What is this? What is this is begin transaction. Once update and insert is completed, then what? Once update and insert is completed, then commit the changes. Okay. This is called nested if. What is this is? Nested if. So writing if condition. Writing if condition in another if statement. So what is this is? Nested if. So when this code is executed, all this code is executed if type is what? Withdraw. Then if type is deposit, then else if what's that? Type equal to deposit. Then begin. Then what? Again, so if type is deposit, do we need to check the balance? In case of deposit, do we need to check the balance? No need. Then what? The same code you have to write. Then, so what? Begin transaction date. But here, in case of deposit, then amount should be added to what? Balance. Withdraw amount is deducted from balance, but deposit what's it? Amount should be added. Then balance equal to what? Balance plus amount. And where account number equals to account number. Insert into transaction. Type is what the type is? Deposit. Type is deposit. Next one. What the next one is? Date. Date and time. Next one. Amount. Next one. Account number. Then what? Commit. Next one set and okay. Else. Else means when it comes to else, if type is not withdraw, type is not deposit, then it comes to else. That is by mistake you entered some K. K is invalid now. Yes or no? What are the valid? Only W or D. Then by mistake you entered K. And if you entered K, then it comes to one else if. Then print a message that is invalid transaction type. Okay, that's all. So can we do this type of programs using SQL? No. Okay, now